Aldrick Rosas, who kicked it out of bounds to open up the game against San Francisco. That was a bad omen last week, a 31-21 thumping at the hands of the 49ers. This one is inbounds and returnable for Hunt. Plants, tries to circle, and Hunt is chopped down at the 16-yard line. Kansas City, 5th in the NFL in total offense, 5th in scoring, averaging just over 28 points per game. The Giants haven't scored more than 28 points in a game under Ben McAdoo. Smith throwing, it's caught off the juggle. The hurdle by Kelce. Kareem Hunt in the backfield after the first down throw to Kelce. Underneath, Tyreek Hill. Hill breaks a tackle and then zigzags out of bounds as Harris. 2nd and 5 for Kansas City. Fake the handoff, bootleg. Smith floats it, and he bounces it. Play clock is down to 1 on a 3rd and 5. Flag is down. Smith steps up. Smith tries to break away.
Offside. Defense number 90. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
We're now at the 49-yard line, opening drive for the Kansas City Chiefs. On a give to Hunt, and Kareem Hunt is slammed down. First man there is Dalvin Tomlinson. And tackling was a huge issue last week against San Francisco, part of what they showed the players on the film breakdown. It's a handoff for Hunt, but not Kareem. Akeem. It's a 3rd and 6 for Kansas City in Giants territory. Smith, clean pocket initially, gets out of trouble, hooks a pass, and a blast by Landon Collins. Built up over the course of the season. Colquitt, high punt. Raymond, fair catch called for, brings it in. Open up with a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Manning to throw on 1st down and makes the connection. This formation. They just don't have a lot of receivers. That's their problem. Give to Darkwa. He'll drive across the 30 for the 1st down. 2 set of downs for the Giants on 1st and 10. Darkwa runs into a wall. Nothing there for Darkwa. Eric Murray in as the nickel for KC. Running play, Vereen brought down from behind. It couldn't break away from Justin Houston, limited to a 1-yard pickup. The Giants haven't scored more than 24 points in 15 straight games. They come in averaging 16.7 per game this season. Manning from the gun. Manning throws. It's complete. Very close, but not enough for the 1st down. It's Brad Wing will punt it. Tyreek Hill, one of the most dynamic players in the game. It's a fake, and the Giants at 1 and 8 on a 4th and 1 will get the necessary yardage.
Perfect snap by Diassi, and Gallman just is like a flying wedge there right in the middle to pick up that half yard.
The fans boo, they cheer. They boo, they cheer. It's going to be a combination throughout the day. On 1st down, the throw to Red Ellison, and he is spun down at midfield. Don't punt it to Tyreek Hill. You also avoid the potential big play on the other end. Manning on a give for Darkwa. He stood up and driven backwards. A swarm from Kansas City. 9th play of the drive for the Giants. They're at midfield. This is a 3rd and 3. Manning, touch pass. It's caught by Rudolph. Look at this formation. 3 linemen. 6 receivers. It's complete with a quick stick. Vereen with Ellison in motion. This is the 11th play of the opening drive for the Giants. It's a running play. Darkwa. Now inside the 20 for New York. It's a pitch, and Vereen's going to throw it. Vereen to the end zone. It's intercepted by Sorensen. The Giants go to a trick play, and Kansas City makes them pay.
Sorensen can see this the whole way, trying to get the ball down the field to Ingram. Ingram opened quickly, but the ball thrown to the inside, maybe because the ball and the hand was hit by Marcus Peters on the blitz.
Smith out of his own end zone for Kansas City. Smith throws it over the middle. 6 for Kansas City. Smith, toss to Tyreek Hill. Hill gets to the outside and angles out of bounds. 6 offensive linemen, Cameron Irving, the extra offensive lineman on a 3rd and 1. Right through the middle for Kareem Hunt. This wasn't supposed to be his job. Spencer Ware, a knee injury, placed on IR, and Hunt got the chance. Hunt again. Straight ahead for Hunt. 5 receivers set here for Kansas City. Again, they bunched 3 receivers, this time to the other side. Smith finds the open man, connects with Robinson. With the injuries to Beckham and Marshall and others. First down for Kansas City. Smith out of the pocket. Smith throws. Incomplete.
Obviously not much fun until you do get that W.
Tyreek Hill lines up in the backfield. The ball pops free, and it's recovered by Harrison. A snack for Damon Harrison early. Damon Harrison in the right spot. The ball was just sitting there for him. It is the 2nd interception of the season for Smith. Manning, a toss, low throw. Or screen team throughout this season. 2nd and 10. Darkwa, the zigzag move. And the Chiefs converge, led by Steven Nelson. 2-yard pickup for Darkwa. No score, Chiefs and Giants. Manning from the gun. Manning will run. Manning slides down. He's got enough for the first down. Evan Engram has been a touchdown maker for the Giants as Darkwa spills out. Giants are 1-8. The last time they were 1-8, 1980. Last time they were 1-9, 1976. They opened that season 0-9. On 2nd down, drop ball, Darkwa. Shotgun for Manning. Rush coming. Manning floats it upstairs. Incomplete, but a flag.
Tucker's pleading his case.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. The foul occurred in the end zone by rule. Ball is placed on the 1-yard line. Automatic. First down.
Sorensen coming on the safety blitz a little bit too late. And then here's the pass interference. You can see the hands all over.
Fullback Robert Thomas, defensive lineman, is lining up in the backfield. Handoff. Darkwa slashes in for the touchdown. The Giants go in front. Harrison interception. The Giants turn that into points.
And Darkwa didn't even follow the big fullback that time.
No good. Here at MetLife, and Aldrich Rosas just turned out the hard way on the kickoff to DeAnthony Thomas, returning for Kansas City. Thomas, the jump. Hand off to Hunt. Makes a cut.
This hair, the wind is moving his hair too.
I'd like to check his course load at Delaware. Olivier Vernon is back in for the Giants at Shea Stadium.
Look it up, pal.
I'm going to do that. I look up your interceptions. Alex Smith keeps it. Smith now in his 13th year in the NFL really loves the chess match part of the game every week. Trickery again, and it's Hill. Hill's got major speed on a spin to the outside, and Hill is out of bounds as he crossed midfield. Ross Cockrell, Georgia, he said he liked the 200 more than the 100 because he could maintain his speed. Smith steps up, floats it over the middle, caught by Sherman, the fullback. Shotgun for Smith. Smith, pocket is clean. Spin move, Hunt could not break away.
Most dangerous player on the field.
2nd and 9 for Kansas City. Fake the jet sweep. Smith throws it underneath to Hunt, and a flag down as Hunt keeps the legs churning across the 25. Reed will go back to the play sheet.
And he'll go downfield, number 76. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It is Duvernay Tardif. Giants also turned it over on the interception by Vereen. Again out of the gun. Option. Tossing. Travis Kelce rumbling. Shotgun for Smith. Smith in some trouble. Smith hit from behind. Smith steps up. Smith will run. First down, Kansas City. Smith going airborne to help make sure of it. Jason Pierre-Paul. First down for Kansas City at the 26. After the ground game, and Hunt takes the opening, and Hunt with a big gain, but a flag down at the 26-yard line. It's coming back.
Holding. Offense number 73. 10-yard penalty. First down.
West in the backfield. Smith on a 1st and 20 now for KC. It's West. And just fortunate to pick up a yard. Avery Moss hit him down low. It was different. Their offense is different. The numbers are different. Smith throws. Open man, Travis Kelce. First down, a bullet. Every time he plays here, he said he feels like wind is a factor. Just go out and play. Can't use it as an excuse. Smith out of the pocket, throws it away. 8.5 minutes on this drive for Kansas City. We're down to under 5 minutes to go in the first half. 2nd and 10, Smith pump. Smith wheels it to the outside, and Casillas is there to greet Hunt after the catch. Limited gain of 1. Shotgun for Smith. Throws, incomplete. Rookie out of Georgia Tech. 31 yards away, and he knocks it through. Raymond and Shane Vereen are deep for New York. Bowman kick, sailing to the back of the end zone. I don't believe so.
It's a thrill ride, isn't it?
Always take the tunnel. That's the better move. First down for the Giants. Wayne Gallman busting through, and Gallman carries to the 34-yard line with the McAdoo's team facing a 2nd and 1. They lead 6-3 with 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Manning, drop ball by Ingram. They have the most drop passes in the NFL this season. 3rd and 1 for the Giants. Ingram and Adams, the tight ends. Need a yard. On the spin move by Gallman. Marcus Peters there. No gain on the play. The Giants are allowing the most yards per punt return this season. One came off a little funny, but did the trick. Hunt to the backfield, 4 carries, 20 yards for Hunt. Smith will throw to Hunt, and he drops it. Smith is now 11 of 17, 88 yards and a pick. Smith pats the ball, throws on the move. It's Kelce. This is a big play offense. We have not seen a whole lot of big plays. Smith looking for one downfield. Too high for Ross Travis. Penn State had transferred from the University of Minnesota. Colquitt punting it. Khalif Raymond. Oh, he loses the football. Scoops it up. And then he is battered down. Report. 1:43 to go in this first half. Manning swings it out for Vereen. Vereen cannot break away from Reggie Ragland.
Muff that punt.
Dime package for Kansas City. Manning steps up. Is offline trying to hit Travis Rudolph. 5 passes. 3rd down. Manning to Rudolph, and it is short of the first down. Tyreek Hill is averaging 10 yards per return, has a touchdown at 82 yards. 3 in his career on punts. Hill waits, circles, looking for blockers, walks the tightrope on the sideline, flags are thrown.
During the return, there were 2 fouls by the return team. Holding, number 51 of the return team. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness for blindside block, number 48. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed. First down.
So the team averaging 31 points per game on the road. They've been held to 3. Running play for West. Might be approaching it completely differently here. They'll go running play to West.
Seem to be going where the quarterbacks want to throw it. I just think you got to give credit to the Giants. They have been well prepared for this game, and they've executed well.
Butker kicks it through the back of the end zone. All right, we get the McAdoo update. Kansas City trailing 6-3. It's a give to Darkwa. So on special teams, a return from Hill called back unnecessary roughness. Give to Darkwa again. Darkwa First 5 games, Chiefs average 414 yards of offense. The last 4, nearly 100 yards less. Penalty marker down. Manning tosses it into the ground, pointing in Kansas City's direction. Wheeler and Houston movement, and Manning continues to point.
Neutral zone infraction.
He's
Number
right.
50, defense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Manning and the Giants were running out of time. Now a 3rd and 2 for New York. Jet sweep. Khalif Raymond, and Kansas City stops it cold. Justin Houston. 4th down. Brad Wing punting. Tyreek Hill standing at his own 26. Pressure. End over end. Returnable for Hill. Starts out at the 25. Makes a cut. Takes a wide circle and ducks out of bounds as he crossed the 30-yard line. Here this afternoon, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the 30-yard line. And off to Hunt. Kareem Hunt.
Team should be playing a lot better.
5 carries, 23 yards for Hunt. 2nd and 7. On a toss underneath to Tyreek Hill. Hill getting creative. Will it work? It will. 1st down across the 40. Ross Cockrell. Hand off to Hunt. Little stutter step move to the Giants.
It's both early in the season.
Pierre-Paul is back on the field for the Giants. 2nd and 10. Toss it to Hill. A lot of traffic there. Hill finds an opening, and Hill picks his way for a 1st down into Giants territory. Blocked from the fullback Anthony Sherman. Challenge at the wide receiver position. He said route discipline because he does go fast on every play. Kareem Hunt runs into a crowd. 2nd and 8. We just haven't seen him today. On the draw for Hunt. 8:49 to play in the 3rd. Give it to Hunt again. Hunt didn't go down on first contact and dives to the 36-yard line. Jay Bromley with the smack. Hunt 5 carries on the drive. Smith. Tyreek Hill. Smith operating out of the gun. Smith looks. And his pass doesn't make it anywhere close to Ross Travis. And Kansas City is in no man's land here.
Oblong object you're trying to throw. And even a spiral could be affected by the wind.
Not attempting a 55-yard field goal. Trying to pin the Giants deep with Colquitt. And he does it. The ball will bounce at the stadium. 6-3 Giants over Kansas City with 7:07 to go. 3rd quarter. Fake the handoff. Manning fires. Complete. Tavares King was drafted in the 5th round by Denver back in 2013. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Give us to Darkwa.
Turner's just put an extra pad there. Noticeable limp the previous series, guys. Keep it up to date.
Giants going quickly. Manning a rainbow. Working the sideline. King. But he was out of bounds.
Appeared the right foot did touch inbounds there. Ooh, that is really close. You know, I think that left foot, this is worth a challenge.
On that angle.
Definitely worth a challenge, especially when you're 1-8.
And they're not going to. Manning on 3rd and 6. Complete. Giants have an interception, but it was Vereen throwing the football. Give it to Darkwa. Orleans Darkwa.
118.
Fake the run. Manning has time. Manning looking. Manning will check it down. Jarrell Adams. Adams tripped up as he crossed the 40.
Manning working the other side of the pocket looking for an outlet.
2nd and 4, back to the ground game, and Darkwa. Good effort by Darkwa to pick up the 1st down across the 35. The rookie from Clemson steps in. Gallman. 1st down for the Giants at the 34. Gallman gets the call. That stutter step move, they'll push the pile. Engram has been held to 1 catch here this afternoon. Shotgun, Manning. Offline, Travis Rudolph. 3rd and 7 now for the Giants. Manning launches. It's caught. Evan Engram taken down inside the 5 by Murray. And a penalty marker down at the 21.
The question is, did he push off to get so wide open?
Pass interference, offense, number 88.
He did.
10-yard penalty. Third down.
3rd and 17. Manning on the shovel. Shane Vereen to 9. Manning tosses to Ingram. Oh, he loses the football. And it's incomplete. He never had it. It's 6-3. The Chiefs leading their division by 2 games over Oakland. First down for Smith and the Chiefs. Smith to run. Gets to the outside and ducks out of bounds. Trick speed and explosiveness. 2nd and 4. A pass to Kelsey, the City. We're down to 35 seconds to play in the 3rd. Smith, deep drop. Deep ball. Smith looking for it downfield. It's caught by Hill. Tyreek Hill.
But watch Hill gonna go up over the top here and hang on. 38-yard completion.
The New York 16. Smith gives it to Kareem Hunt. And Hunt, Hill, the motion man, sets up in the backfield. Fake it, shovel it. And not much there. Trying to get creative, but it's a 1-yard pickup for Kareem Hunt. 6-3. Early part of the 4th quarter. Charkandrick West is in for the Chiefs. Shotgun. Smith hooks a pass underneath. Low throw. Demetrius Harris. So it's the rookie, Harrison Butker. 31-yard attempt trying to tie it. The kick is good. The 2 field goal attempts on that side of the field, no problem. The extra point miss by Rosas on the other end is the difference right now. The Giants would have 7 on the board. Goldman is in there. We saw them working on Orleans Darkwa. Fake the handoff. Manning throws it, and it bounces off of Goldman. 2nd and 10. Manning. And Goldman drops it. 3rd and 10 now for the Giants. Manning, nobody home. As we still have to go out and run our offense. They have to do their jobs. Don't try to create new things based on the new players. The punt from Brad Wing. And Tyreek Hill there. And that ball is free. DeAnthony Thomas did not secure it. Chiefs take over. Tyreek Hill is on the field. Split out wide. Smith fires to Kelsey. And he's out of bounds. Keeping everybody motivated. He said, to me, there are times that we get flat, and we've seen those times here this afternoon. Smith overthrows Travis Kelsey. And the Giants have responded. They've played well, certainly on the defensive side. 3rd and 4. Running play. Kareem Hunt bottled up. No rush. Colquitt sails it. Bounces at the 4 and dies there. Terrific punt by Colquitt. History for both of these organizations, Kansas City and the Giants, tied at 6. 11:38 to go in this 4th quarter. Handed off to Goldman. Back in there, single setback on a 2nd and 5 for New York. Manning the throw, dump it off. Darkwa, good hands. Darkwa to the outside. He's got a first down. Manning on a pitch. Darkwa. Cuts to the perimeter. Darkwa checks in on a 2nd and 1. There's Goldman. Bulldozes for the first down at the 29. Giants are 1-8 on the season. Haven't won a game here at home. Manning on the move. And it's punched out at the last moment. Tavares King. Will they call it a clean catch? Well, if it is, then Kansas City wants the football. Is it a catch and a fumble, or is it incomplete? Is he down there because he was touched?
Because he punched it out after he was down
Run
and
on the
touched.
field is a completed pass and down by contact.
Good call.
Running play, Gallman angles.
And holding on Rhett Ellison.
Holding. Offense, number 88. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Third penalty against the Giants, costing them 25 yards. We're down to 8:35 to play in the fourth in the tie game. Manning, pressure. Manning circles and just floats one out of bounds. No Hali today, as he's dealing with knee issues, and no D Ford, a back injury. Manning, incomplete. Gallman, the intended receiver. And we mentioned it earlier, the screen game is a problem for the Giants. Late flags thrown.
Giants are going backwards.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 77, offense. 15-yard penalty in the down counts. Third down.
John Jerry.
Yeah, he gets mixed up with Kevin Pierre-Louis, and there is the... This is familiar.
Yeah, except on the other end. Shane Vereen spilled out. He got hit low and high. Zombo got a piece.
Will play tricks with the ball, as we saw the last time when D'Anthony Thomas muffed the punt.
End over end. Thomas, he's got it at the 20. It's a cut. And 38 yards rushing. And off to Hunt. Hunt shoots through the middle. Under 7 minutes to play. Take it. Vernon going after Smith. Smith on the sprint. Toss downfield. Kelsey could not adjust. He had separation on Landon Collins. 2nd and 10. Smith is now 19 of 30 for 166 yards. Tyreek Hill lines up in the backfield.
Crazy formation.
Kelsey, he's looking to throw it. High school quarterback. Kelsey will air it out. Looking for the big play. It's intercepted. Landon Collins with a flag down.
The ruling on the field is an interception by the Giants. It was personal foul of number 14 of the passing team, unnecessary roughness. That 15-yard penalty will be administered from the dead ball spot. First down, New York Giants.
There's D'Anthony Thomas on the crossing route. Good job by Thompson to take that away. And now he's trying to squeeze the ball all the way down the field. And maybe this wind may have caused this ball. And there's the hit on Collins.
There have been 2 passes today from position players. Both have been intercepted. Giants take over. Darkwa
being on target in this wind.
2nd and 6 now for New York. Fake it. Manning. Underneath. Darkwa the catch on the first down. And the Minnesota Vikings. It's clicking right now for the Vikings. We're tied at 6. A loss on the play, shooting through Benny Logan on Orleans Darkwa. Chris Jones there as well for Kansas City. Chiefs press the line. Here comes the rush. Manning knocked away. Vereen sets up next to Manning. From the gun. Manning. Sideline launch. Incomplete. Well, the Giants have had problems with punt coverage. Brad Wing to D'Anthony Thomas. Sailing back. Thomas lets it bounce. And it's going to roll down inside the 5. Sherman in front of Hunt. Handoff, Hunt. Hunt hit hard. Damon Harrison throwing his body around along with Ross Cockrell, a 3-yard gain. On 2nd and 7. Give it to Hunt. Hunt rips through. And he's got a first down for Kansas City. Delay for Hunt. And it's spun down by Pierre Paul. No gain on the play. Play fake. Smith. Guns. Intercepted. Janoris Jenkins. And he's out of bounds. Today, he could be a hero.
This ball just sails over the top of Demarcus Robinson and is short of Tyreek Hill. second pick of the season for Jenkins.
7 to play. Manning on the slant. It's Roger Lewis. Giants and Chiefs tied at 6. 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The Giants with a first down at the Kansas City 12. Handoff to Darkwa. And Gang tackled after the gain of 2. Manning on a give. Darkwa hit down low. Shotgun. Manning looking, delivers. Incomplete. Lewis had actually turned himself into an open position in the corner of the end zone. But here from Southern Oregon, this is a 26-yard attempt for the lead. Rosas knocks it through, and the Giants go in front 9-6. 1:38 left.
The Chiefs were on the move and on the positive end of the field.
Return man is Hunt. Hunt finally chopped down as he crosses the 25-yard line by Landon Collins, pushing and shoving after the play. Smith guns it, sideline. It's intercepted by Jenkins. Jenkins down the sideline, and he's out of bounds with a flag down at the 40.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. By rule, the ball is placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Yeah, that's either holding or pass interference, no question.
Line of scrimmage is the 38 for Kansas City.
Ruling on the field is under further review.
Right now spotted
After
at the
reviewing
38.
the play, it has been determined that the spot was incorrect. We'll place the ball at the 34-yard line. It will be first down on the Giants' hash.
Well, there you go. 4-yard difference. Smith, deep drop. Smith hooks a pass. It's caught by Kelsey.
Close to field goal range.
Under a minute to play. Chiefs working quickly. Smith swings it to the outside. Charcandrick West. Smith underneath. Caught by DeAnthony Thomas. And he gets out of bounds. Play clock is down to 3. Smith steps up. Smith trying to run. Smith avoids a tackle. Smith goes airborne for the first down. West in the backfield. Hill sets up on the outside. Smith launches. Complete. Anthony Thomas inside the 15. Hit by Calvin Munson. We're down to 27 seconds left. 9-yard gain through the air. Smith guns it. Caught by West, and he's out of bounds. Giants holding on to a 9-6 lead. Shotgun. Smith. End zone. Too high. Motioning out of the backfield is Hill. His team down by 3. Smith steps up. Smith trying to run. Alex Smith is hit short of the 5, and Smith will take a timeout. A 23-yard attempt for the rookie Buckner. Buckner. He knocks it through. And we're tied at 9 with 1 second left. Buckner puts it on the ground. A roller is scooped up at the 16-yard line by Raymond. And Raymond is hit as he crossed the 20. Overtime.
Your options, sir. What would you like? Heads. Heads. And it is. Heads. You're going to receive. Which way you kick, sir? Okay, Kansas City on this end.
Aldrich Rosas will kick it. Akeem Hunt is the deep man for Kansas City. Underway in OT. Hunt moves forward from the 4. And Hunt is tossed down. Kansas City has it 1st and 10 at its own 22-yard line. First play from scrimmage in overtime. Motion man is Chesson. On a give to Kareem Hunt. And not much there. Operating out of the slot. That means Kelsey is on the outside for the Chiefs. 2nd and 8. Smith is on time. Makes the connection with Ross Travis. Either way. 8:35 to go in OT. Hunt. Wrestled down Olivier Vernon. Travis Kelsey also picked off as a passer today. 7:55 to go in OT. Handoff to Hunt. Hunt squeezes through. A spin move by Hunt.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Charcandrick West is now in for the Chiefs. Quick toss. Tyreek Hill. And he's devoured by Rogers Cromartie. A touchdown wins the game for Kansas City. We're down to 6:50 to go in OT. Smith has time. Charcandrick West. Not nearly enough. It's been an avalanche. The Giants is trying to experience a win for the 2nd time this season as Colquitt punts it. Raymond. Darkwa in the backfield. They give it to him. And Darkwa keeps those legs churning across the 20-yard line for a pickup of 3. Can they finish the deal? 2nd and 7. It's Darkwa again. He's got a hole. Darkwa has a 1st down. We're down to 4:35 to play in overtime. They need about 36 yards to get it into Rosas territory and a flag down.
Encroachment. Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
5 now for the Giants. Out of the gun. Manning delivers in stride. Tavares King driven backwards. Shotgun for Manning. Manning. It's on time to Roger Lewis, and Lewis is held up. Motion man is Rudolph. Manning. Underneath. 3 minutes to play in overtime. Manning on a handoff for Gallman. Gallman is brought down in the gun. Manning lofts it in the air. Incomplete. Evan Engram, the intended receiver. Manning on 4th down. Manning pulls the trigger. One-on-one. Lewis. Oh, incredible! Roger Lewis. A flag thrown at the 10. Lewis is celebrating.
One way or the other, it's a Giants ball inside the 5-yard line. There's the pass interference, and now there's the catch. Ball never hit the ground. Incredible catch by Lewis.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. The ruling on the field is a completed pass. Therefore, the penalty will be declined. It will be 1st down, New York.
And he was touched when he was down on the ground.
Giants looking for the win. And Manning will take a knee. They are going to send Rosas onto the field here. Rosas, a 23-yard chip shot, looking for the win. Biasi will snap it. Wing will hold it. Sweeps the leg and connects. The Giants shock the Chiefs. 12-9, the final in overtime.
Great execution by the Giants with the snap. Again, Wing with a good hold, and Rosas wins it for the Giants.
A rare highlight in a tumultuous season for Big Blue.